Yes, Prithwish, your question which I'm going to ask you is very simple. You are into all this, activity, connecting with the students, connecting with the academia, and your startup is doing really very well, and you also connected with our students. And we're really happy with the progress which our students have made. You are able to identify the students and enable them to develop their own brand, because self-branding is really very important. Now, how do you feel this, AI would be able to help you out, because you have got some development, some CV development, which I'm told that you'll be doing through AI. How will it be better? How will it be able? Students will be able to come up to the level, come to the expectations of the corporates who are out here. What is the level of work which you are doing as far as the implementation of AI and connecting with the corporates and the students are concerned? Very simple question within the syllabus.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to answer it as simple as possible. Okay. All right. First of all, a quick note of thanks to Professor Shubhandan for the warm welcome, and thank you IBS and Dr. Pathak for the invitation. I think I'm looking forward to the conversation. I already started picking up some information that's coming my way. My repertoire of knowledge is also increasing, and with technical folks like you, I'm going to be really privileged. So I also, before I answer your question, a couple of macro view I'd like to share and then come to your question. Is that okay?
Yeah, fine.
All right. So I think about 28 years ago, very, very coincidental today, in that context, very, very coincidental. I used to be seated in the same floor at Pakute 28 years ago. And at that point in time, my job was, I was a management trainee. Okay, just got out of campus. And I was in one of the rooms here. Mr. Vijay Devan's office was here. And we were given, I was about to prepare a project. The kind of tech that we used at that point of time was Lotus 123, DBase 4. You used to do prompts like C, colon, front slash, etc., and then you get your report. And then you'll have to do your preparation of your, report in the another Lotus 123 or whatever. Microsoft used to be a different ballgame altogether. Of course, that's why they came into the picture. So I'm saying from that time and now, when I'm seated here as a panelist talking about tech at large, a lot of difference. Of course, over a span of time, all of us, we have experienced that change to a big extent. I think let's take a macro view of it and then go to micro view of organizations and what's happening. Couple of things are happening, and I've been, over the last 12 months, and I was telling Professor that, I've been invited to about 10 to 15 sessions, both virtual and offline, to talk about AI, right? Because I come from some companies which have really adopted AI in a big way, and one of them is Flipkart. So I'll tell you my experience as how I look at it as an employee of Flipkart and also as a customer of Flipkart, and some of you would agree, disagree. The way we live our life today is very different. The way as an employee, when I go to and ask for a statement that I need to give for my loan application outside, I need to just, in the chat bot, write, I need a loan application letter, period. Enter. It takes about a microseconds for that, entire letter to get generated with signatory and everything, and you take it up and you just, use it. That fast. And we all know, we have been employees and we have worked, and we all know the process, like Dr. Apita was saying, the process of, manually doing it, where there has to be an application, there has to be approval, all of that has happened. So that's from my experience as an employee, that's what I have seen. How AI is changing our world. The second part as a consumer, as a customer, in the era of hyper-personalization, where each and every order is tracked. So if you order something in Flipkart, Amazon, or whichever company, right? E-commerce especially, you will see that the product that you're purchasing is actually, if you have not purchased it, will come back to you to say, listen, you're in the cart, this is like, where do you want to go? That gets amplified when you look at it. If you have an Alexa device at your home, which is an IoT device, and sir would definitely share more, I'm sure. So if you have the device, that device will glow up suddenly if you have not taken action in a yellow ring and tell you, do you want to order this? You just have to command to Alexa to say, move forward. Yes, that's it. So that's the zamana. The zamana of how, the shift that has happened is phenomenal. And that exactly as a consumer and as an employee, what I've experienced, I think largely now coming back to your question, sir, I think there's a lot to be done from the perspective of a student. Okay, if I was just listening to there's a interview, the CEO Forum had an interview where Satya Nadella and Anand Nilekani was talking about it, and a very, very interesting thing came out. Everybody, in fact, both of them actually firmly believes that AI, India in particular, is the use case for AI across not Asia, but the world. So which means there's a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, all of us in this room, seated here. Because our responsibility in two ways. First responsibility is that we have to become relevant in today's world in terms of getting to know AI, right? That's something, and we have to really be fast. So that's one. The second most important thing is that we have to pass that on to our next generation in a big way, right? Not just giving it to us, but to our children, to our students, to our any next community, right? Who would take it up. And also, one other thing I wanted to highlight here is about the empathy. Because when I'm an HR leader, when I look at an organization and I sit there, or any leader for that matter, if my employee is not able to cope up with the trends of AI, I should not give up. So which means that students currently working in different organizations, different institutes, when they reach the corporate, one of our expectation would be that we have moved forward with AI, we want students to also move forward at the same speed, would not happen. Let us accept that, right? So one of the things is about empathy. Leadership empathy in organizations is therefore fundamental. Once the empathy is done, then you take it up slowly and while the skilling will be done by the institutes, is what I feel, sir. But a lot to do with reskilling and upskilling has to happen in the corporate. So the trend is, there's a lot of change that's going on. The change is that corporate is expecting institutes to give the fundamental clarity in terms of what AI is, right? How do you operate it? How do you even use some Gen AI, some ChatGPT tools to generate items? But what's important is the moment they hit the corporate, their expectation of their work, and some of the anecdotes that both Dr. Apita and Pradeep was sharing, is that have to really accelerate. And that's where corporate also has a role to play in terms of putting those programs together. So there's a lot of work there. Now coming back to the point that, sir, you're saying, what are we doing with different universities, colleges? So one of my also role is to also mentor students, and we have something called a Star Mentee program, where me and some of the industry leaders from the corporate HR leaders, CEOs, CHROs, we all come together and we try to equip students with knowledge and skill of how to transit from education to employment. Now, one of the things that's coming out clearly is that students are actually very, very smart because it impacts them. This topic of AI is more important to their life than your and mine. And that's why they know that. They're kind of looking at YouTube videos, they're looking at different knowledge sharing platforms they're participating and trying to get it, right? So they have to become absolutely stronger, and that is a phase that has started. I think that conversation we had in the last 1 or 2 years, where we said that AI is going to be, what will happen to AI? Will we lose jobs? And this is perhaps we have been asking and talking. Yes, we will lose jobs. 85 million jobs will be lost. 85 million jobs will be lost according to World Economic Forum. But the flip side of it is 97 million jobs will be created. Right? What that means for all of us, that means that we'll have to really shape up, use AI in whatever ways possible. So I think the message, sir, I think we have to give to our students and make it feel a little less fearful for them to adapt. And I'm so happy that you're organizing this conference related to AI, where students would also get to hear, corporate would also get to hear, and the part on empathy building will come through. So that when a student reaches the corporate, we are not expecting too high of him, but also at the same time training him, upskilling him, and helping in the transition process. I'll rest here.